Hello everyone, welcome back to EDDventure, episode 21, where today I think we're probably going to jump back into some tech work. I'm thinking of setting up mechanism stuff, getting all the mechanism things completed with some refined storage and some XNet, as I always do. Get some automation involved with mystical agriculture as well, and our seeds. So I've been running uh you know a farm over there, getting all the armor out, and I've upgraded the chest to a diamond. I've just moved the changed to a diamond chest, and on this side, so all the armor stuff I've been whitelisting. I'll put it in, I'll remove the MBT data, and then clicking submit, and then that just takes out anything of that name. All goes in here, and then once, every now and again I'll come over. Because for some reason it's not pulling out and going into this. So I'll come over every now and again and just grab the armor out here and stick it in the tablet. But as you can see in the top left, we have 1.3 billion seed. That's because like I changed this to the Inferium, where now we have like 230,000 at the moment. This will be more than that eventually. We have 5,700 diamond seeds. Like, look how many diamonds we have there. 4,600 diamonds just chilling here, going into this. And we have these three all generating. These are the pink power flowers now, but I think we can probably upgrade those to the next tier, which would be, I think it's purple. Yes. So if we go in here and we go purple, we need, I think, 5 of these. Just grab as many as I can of them. This is literally just to make this, and then we'll take it back out and pop them back in. So you need 2 of the compressed, you need 1 pink power flower, and I think we need a pink collector. Or is it a purple collector? Purple collector. Sorry, purple link. Purple EMC link. And this will get us purple power flower. This is mark 6. I'm gonna learn this one. Put those ones back in there. And this one, so that one's doing the same as those 3. Plus, this is doing pretty much the same as 4 of the pink ones. So we're generating, 800,000 EMC a second. Not a tick, a second. A tick is different. So every 20 ticks is 1 second. So, it's generating a lot of EMC. I don't think this is actually going in there. Because, like, that number's going up. Let's change this to a different link. Do we have it? Can I get a purple? I can. So I'm gonna pop a purple one instead. There we go. Like, I don't want to let this build up too much, see. So I just want to get the items going in there. So we generate about 1 million a second now. So yeah, so we need to get into some mechanism first. Let's have a look. I just want to check the difference on that. So that's a plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 25%. That's a plus 5 plus 4 plus 5%. I kind of want to do that though. I want to go through and I want to make all the different types of armor and have like an armory display at some point. I think that'll be quite cool. Have every single type of armor that you can make, because I think it'll just look cool. Right, so we're gonna move all that for now. We're gonna go into mechanism. Actually, first thing we should do, because power. Let's get some of this. So we need some redstone and some obsidian. Let's take one of them, some of that, and the easiest way to find bedrock is to go into our mining dim. And then make sure our magnets are off. Put that down. Go down to there. And I guess is our flux dust. And I think that's doesn't have EMC. Okay. But now we have that. My charge port gone. Oh bugger. Ow! Charge port is still in it. What's it? But now we have this. We can add flux networks. We need to make this flux block. So we need that, and then we need that, and this is how we're going to make more flux. Actually, if it's something made with obsidian, actually breaks quite easily. So let's get some more flux dust, and then we can hopefully get plenty of flux network stuff on the go. So we're gonna want. What we're gonna want is we need a flux point. The flux plug first. And then we need small eyes of ender. And make some more of these. So we got our flux plug, which is what we'll use to get power. Get power out of the network. And then we need flux points to share the power around. So what we're gonna do is, I wonder if this will work. Looks like it. Variable card. It's the one. And we'll set your output transfer rate huge. Okay, so we need to make a network. We're gonna make it like I always do, and then we're just gonna name it power out. Great. Select that the power out. I wonder if that's actually gonna work. Let's test it. Because I don't think this doesn't save power inventory. Okay. Let's just test it with this. Select now, power out. Yes, it is working. It's just not rendering. Oh, there we go, now it's rendering. Okay, sweet. So it does work. Another upgrade, furnace. Awesome. On wicked. So now, let's do this in Bing. So in here then, we're gonna put the point there. That one's already set, so that can go there for now. Just give me 1 second. Just random notifications again on my Discord. So now we need to make your app mechanism. We're gonna want metallurgical fuses. We're gonna want an enrichment chamber. We're gonna need a crusher. We're gonna want. What else are we gonna want? We've got a precision sawmill in our base. We could probably use that. We can use it for automating. We could have used that to move spawners. We could have turned sawdust into cardboard, I think. Yeah, cardboard boxes, and we could use them to move spawners. Could have, but we didn't. We're gonna need universal, thermodynamic cables. Universal cables. Let's make a bunch of them, and let's make a bunch of those ones for now. So we got our power lines, and then we're gonna want to do our metallurgical fuses. Requires a bunch of furnaces. So you need 1 for coal, 1 for redstone, 1 for diamond, 1 for obsidian. Everybody was. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Some. All powered. Nice. Wicked. Perfect. Next then we're gonna want to make our enrichment chamber, which requires us to do that. And then we're gonna want a crusher to get 2 buckets of lava from here. 2 buckets of lava. Okay. Enrichment chamber and crusher. And we need to run our quarry again because, like, you know, we don't have silly amounts of resources. And we will want silly amounts of resources. Did I put modern industrialization in there? I did. It's fine. So for some reason I'm rather hyper this evening. It's like 9:30 at night. I'm quite not hyper, but a bit more energy than normal. So then for this we need to go now to XNet. Because I know I put this in here. And we need a controller. One of them. We need 2 of these. And we need a comparator. Let's make a bunch of them. And that. Okay, so then you will go there. So you have power coming in. And then XNet. We need red connectors. Which is red dye. Which comes from beetroot. Which, because we're so amazing, did I not plant? I didn't plant beetroot, really? I thought I planted beetroot. God, I didn't plant beetroot. Oh no. That's fine. I can just do this. So you can turn these into them. And then what we do is we get a mortar and pestle. Or do I just convert them again? Yeah. It used to, so the reason I said mortar and pestle, because they used to be you'd have to use a mortar and pestle with the Britannia flowers to turn them into some sort of dye. So at XNet. This one. So I need at least 6, I think. And then we need to turn these into the advanced connectors. And then we need to fly our happy little backsides back over here. And then we go 1. So we need a bit more. Disconnect that one. So XNet. This one. We need at least 2 more. Well, actually, only 1 more, and then we can just connect to a cable. Because we just need to connect that. So, only issue I have here is where am I gonna put my input, my crafting tape, my crafters? Crafters are gonna have to go underneath, isn't they? And my crafters have to go underneath, which is fine in here. That's not a problem. So on the enrichment chamber, we need to clear this. We need to set auto inject. We need an input there and an input there. No, we don't need an input on the bottom. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, yes, maybe. Maybe. Now this is the one that's bleeding annoying. So we need an item. No. We need the infusion type on the top, and we need item input on the bottom and front. So we need an item hold up. There was something. Is it setting? There was a card from Mechanism that allowed me to copy the settings of a machine to the next machine. This thing, configuration card. So I would take that, do that, and this one should be set to exactly the same. Output on the front, input on the bottom, and input on top. Fantastic! Because if you remember correctly, that's what I did when it came to all the whatchamacallits, all the fissile fuel stuff, because there was so many of them. So now, what I need to do is, so wait for now. We also need to get. How much are we looking on? No netherite. How much ancient debris do we have? We have 29 ancient debris, really. Maybe 29. But I think I can put this in a crusher. That gives me 3. And that gets enriched. Okay. So let me just pop that in there. Because we need netherite for the network sender and receiver things from refined storage. And we will be using a lot of them. Okay. So then we're just going to turn a stack into netherite. Okay, so we got, what was that, 16 netherite? Yeah, that'll do for now. I do need to get more. So next we need crafters from refined storage, which what we're going to do is we'll leave this for a moment. We'll come right back there in a bit. Put these in there. What we're going to do is we're going to head over here. We're going to set up a bunch of crafters. I say a bunch. We're going to set up a couple of crafters to craft crafters and whatnot. So one thing I need is the crafter. No, not the crafter manager. It's the pattern grid. I believe it's called. Pattern grid. It's the first thing I need. Patterns themselves. Refined storage patterns, and we need crafters from refined storage as well. We want. Let's just grab the iron crafter because it'll have them on it. Oh, it won't, because it wants to show me every color of crafter under the sun. Probably gonna go with diamond crafters because they'll be fast enough without overloading the and I love YouTube. I'm getting notifications on my phone for recommendations of YouTube videos of my own videos, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I want to see. So that pattern, and then we need construction core, destruction core. I always wondered why you needed a construction core and a destruction core for a grid, but then I realized it's a crafter, so you need. Yeah, this, or was that just me being stupid and overthinking it? Potentially. So with the crafting, the pattern grid. So we're gonna put our pattern grid or with JI synchronize bigger, and then we're gonna want to do the crafters next. Then a crafter, a construction core, destruction core. That gets us our basic crafter, and then we're going to use an upgrade to an iron crafter. Then we need neural processors. You and you. Okay, so we need another one of these. We need 2. We need 4. Now just change you up for diamonds. Am I out of binding? Of course. Diamond ones. And then crafting tables. That's interesting that it requires crafting tables. But hey ho. What do I know? I'm gonna just do this for now. And then we're gonna make the golden crafter. And then the diamond crafter. And we're gonna put our crafting. We're gonna move you there. We're gonna want some cable. Oh. Run along there. And then let's grab our hammer. This will be like a wall of crafters for us. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this one out that way. That way. Okay, so you're online. You have 63 spaces. Basically a double chest worth of crafting space in there. So but what we're gonna do for now. I want to get this up and running as quick as I can. Is we're gonna get a pattern at refined. Make you, and pattern. Just gonna grab a bunch of these. Learn you. And we're gonna take a bunch of these out. So it's 15 plus this one, that's 16. Pop you in there and exactly off. Them away. It's just gonna make our life easier right now. Stop placing like that. I don't want it pointing down. I gotta get 2 more. Gotta get 2 more. Just because. Okay, so that's plenty of crafting space for now. Plenty of crafting space. So what we need to do now is No, I didn't do the initial one, did I? This one, destruction, construction and destruction. You, and crafter. I need 4 of these. How long before I put a hole in this in the side of the wall upstairs to get upstairs quicker? Probably won't be long. We're gonna go. Just remember, Mike, do not vein mine. Because you will vein mine a lot of your wall. Why are you placing that? Okay. Turn the elevator back downstairs. Right. So then we need network receiver, network transmitter. Right. So network receiver. Right. So what we're gonna do first? We're gonna go back over here. We're gonna grab another crafter. And we're gonna do this fine gentleman here is gonna be used for cooking and smelting stuff for now. Not crafter, cable is what I want. Okay. You away. And then what we want to do is, are they called processes on here? Yes. So it's this, and this. This is done with netherite. Withering processor. What's that used for? Oh, the highest tier. The super higher tier in storage. Right, so in this one, let's do this in an order that can be done correctly. So you now silicon. I don't want that silicon. I want the other silicon. This one. Okay, so you're processing down there. So it's you, and then you. and then you. Withering processor, you, and you, and you. Okay. So then you go in there. I want to set the input on the top, output on the front, and I'll sort how that works in a minute. Slap all that in there. I know there's a storage thingy jiggy I can use for this, but I now need the cooking processes. You, you, you. You and you. Okay. You will go in there. So now I need an importer. Which is a destruction core. Which I should AutoCraft them as well. Let's do and core at refined. You. Cable. I have a problem with this. See, like I always put the things I'm using away, and then I always wonder, like, why haven't I got this on me? Because you just put it away, you dum dum. So now, when it comes to crafting some of this stuff up now, let's do network receiver. Okay, machine casing. Quartz enriched iron. And a network transmitter. And then we need this a network card. Paper. And all of this needs to go downstairs. I should be able to craft up now the network stuff. So one of you. Perfect. One of you. It's the transmitter and then the receiver. Some. So what we'll do here, transmitter will go there. This is the one that needs the card. And this will go. This will go. Actually, this will go nicely there. Let me right click on you. Okay. Back into our basement. And slot you in there. Now those crafters should be online. It is online. Awesome. And each crafter tells you what it's attached to as well, which is good. And that is awesome. That's the pretty much basics of AutoCrafting with refined. You have so much XP over here, it's not even funny. Look at all this armor. I need to fix and sort and put into the whitelist. So what I've been doing is this. So we go in car, add. Pretty sure I showed you this at the beginning of the episode. But it's just like the easiest way to make sure that all the armor, that it doesn't clog up that system. So I will be right back once I've sorted. Right, that's that sort. But I'm pretty sure there's a like I can go on here, and I can go on here and I can go tag, and I can just like tag boots, legs, chest, helm, this, that, and the other, and then anything that matches that tag into there. So yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna need redstone, diamond, obsidian. I think it's obsidian. I think it just goes in the crusher. It gives the obsidian dust. It's enrichment chamber, isn't it? I do need another crafter here, I think. But that's no problem. I can just get a crafter from here. Wicked. So like this crafter here will have like all the, this will have coal, redstone, diamond, obsidian, and then this will be all the enrichment stuff. I gotta enrich all of this. Do what I need to do. Enriched carbon. And I think once we got this stuff enriched, I think we're gonna go there. I'm pretty sure I've shown how this in the previous series, but if on, I will show in of the next episode the exact setup of the way the controller works for this. I don't think you guys need to sit here and watch me enrich this stuff. So while that occurs, I will see you next time. And as always, AutoCrafting good night for everybody watching this. I hope you enjoyed this episode. A bit of AutoCrafting startup for mechanism and for everything else really. And this is where we start diving. This is where we're going to start diving right into our tech and teching right up. Now, we will be needing more power eventually, because what we have going on right now is not going enough. Because we need to run that quarry again a good few times to get the resources and everything that we're going to want to keep us going throughout this playthrough. And with our EMC build up like it is, the seeds for mystical agriculture be going down short and like 10 weeks or something like that, just in rows. So until next time, bye!